The Trap of Procrastination. James sat at his desk, staring at the blank document on his laptop. The cursor blinked, as if mocking him. His history paper was due in 6 hours, and he hadn't written a single word. His phone buzzed. A new message from Mark, his best friend. Mark. Dude, are we still gaming tonight? James smirked. I mean, it's just one paper. I can finish it later. He picked up his phone, convincing himself he'd only play for 30 minutes. That 30 minutes turned into 2 hours. By the time he started writing, panic set in. His brain felt foggy, every sentence was forced, and sleep was out of the question. He submitted his essay just minutes before the deadline, rushed, messy, and way below his potential. This wasn't the first time. For years, James told himself he worked better under pressure. But deep down, he knew the truth. He was stuck in a cycle. The guilt of procrastination always hit him afterward, but by the time the next assignment rolled around, the cycle repeated itself. His grades were slipping, his confidence was fading, and stress had become his normal state of being. One night, after barely passing an important test, James had a painful realization. If he didn't change now, he'd never reach his dreams. He had 2 choices: continue down this path or finally take control. He chose change. The turning point. 5 strategies that changed everything. Determined to break free from procrastination, James started researching techniques that could help him stay disciplined. He didn't just want tips, he wanted real, actionable solutions. Here's what finally worked. The 2-minute rule. Just start. James realized that his biggest problem wasn't the work itself, it was starting. The thought of writing a full essay or studying an entire chapter felt overwhelming. Then he discovered the 2-minute rule. If something feels overwhelming, just do it for 2 minutes. James tested it. The next time he had a paper to write, instead of saying, "I'll do it later," he said, "I'll just write 1 sentence." Once he started, his brain shifted gears. That 1 sentence turned into a paragraph, then 2. Before he knew it, he was fully engaged. Lesson: action leads to momentum. Start small and your brain will follow. Time blocking. Setting a schedule. James realized that saying, "I'll study later," was useless because later never came. So he tried something different: time blocking. Instead of vague plans, he scheduled exact study times. 4 to 6 p.m., homework 8 to 9 p.m., reviewing notes 9:30 p.m., gaming with friends, only if work was done. At first, it felt restrictive, but after a few days, something amazing happened. His brain adjusted. When 4 p.m. hit, he automatically felt the urge to study. Why? Because his brain now associated that time with focus. Lesson: give your tasks a home on your calendar, and they become part of your routine. 3. The Pomodoro Technique. Work in bursts. James always thought he needed long, intense study sessions to get anything done, but every time he sat for hours, his mind drifted. Distractions won. Then he found the Pomodoro Technique. Study 4. Put 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. Repeat 4 times, then take a longer break. He gave it a shot. At first, 25 minutes felt too short. But to his surprise, his focus sharpened because he knew a break was coming. Studying became a game. After a few sessions, James realized that his previous long study hours had been mostly wasted time. Half studying, half scrolling on his phone. Now, in just a few Pomodoro sessions, he got more done in 2 hours than he used to in an entire evening. Lesson: short bursts of focused work beat endless, distracted studying. The why, reminder, finding motivation. James knew discipline was important, but motivation fueled him. So, every morning, he reminded himself why he was doing this. I want to improve my grades and get into a top university. I want to feel proud of my work instead of cramming last minute. I want to stop stressing and actually enjoy my free time. Whenever he felt tempted to procrastinate, he'd ask himself, is this choice bringing me closer to my goals or further away? That single question kept him in check. Lesson: when you connect your actions to your future, discipline becomes easier. Yet 5. Rewarding progress. Making it fun. James realized he needed to train his brain to enjoy productivity. So, he set up a reward system. Finish an assignment, watch an episode of his favorite show, complete a Pomodoro session, get a snack, submit a paper early, treat himself to a night out with friends. It didn't take long before his brain associated getting things done with enjoyment. Suddenly, working hard wasn't just necessary, it was satisfying. Lesson: reward progress, and your brain will crave productivity. The breakthrough. A new James. Within a few weeks, James felt the difference. Assignments were finished days before deadlines. He actually understood what he was studying. His stress levels dropped, and he had more time for hobbies. Most importantly, he felt in control. Procrastination no longer ruled his life. He did. Your turn. Take the first step today. James's story isn't unique. We all struggle with procrastination. But the good news is, you don't have to stay stuck. Start small. Try the 2-minute rule today. Plan your study sessions. Use time blocking. Try the Pomodoro Technique. Work in bursts. Remind yourself why you're doing this. Reward your progress. Make success fun. Here's your challenge. Right now, pick one strategy from this list and apply it today. Then come back and share your experience. Which strategy are you going to try first? Drop a comment below. Need more study hacks? Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a video. Like this video if it helped, and share it with a friend who needs it. Let's take control of our time and our future, starting now.